Welcome back to St. Wendel, Germany for the start of the women's race. A very, very fast start. You see Caroline Alexander, number 3, in the middle of the picture with Ruthie Mathis to her right. Goes right round the racing track, first of all. The women are doing 4.5 laps today, totaling 34 kilometres in all. It's just under 8 kilometres a lap. There you have Ruthie Mathis, number 5, Gunrita Dahl, number 7, and Julie Furtado, number 2. What a surprise that is for most of us. We'd have expected her to be number 1 today, but not at all. It's Alison Seidel who's won the previous 2 races in Portugal and Houffalize, Belgium. But we have Julie at her rightful place at the moment, right at the front, followed by Seidel and Caroline Alexander of Great Britain, riding for BMW Klein. The race already taking its usual outlook. Apart from that rider there, the MBK rider, Laurence Labouchere, riding for France. Comes from Alençon in Normandy. Raced on the road for 5 years. She was junior road race champion back in '89. Hasn't got a ski background like this woman, Julie Furtado. But she has like that woman, Alison Seidel, number 1. And that's number 23, Annabella Stropero. Riding for the Volvo Cannondale team. She signed up at the end of last season when she got 4th at the World Championships. The rest of the back markers coming through now. This is a very, very fast course. Only about 20% single track. The rest of it is about 80% wide track. It's not very technical either. Just short, sharp power climbs like this one. This is where Seidel is so powerful. Furtado usually likes them a lot longer than that. Gunrita Dahl, number 7, having a bit of problems there. There's Paola Pezzo, 93 world champion coming through. Then it's Caroline Alexander. She opts to run up, as does Susan de Mattei. There's Labouchere. As I was saying, she'd ridden on the road previously to this. Came second to Jenny Longo, that infamous world road race champion on the women's side. Now you have the current standings at 2 laps. Dahl is in first, Furtado, Seidel, Stropero and Pezzo. Pezzo had a reasonably quiet start to the year, unlike last year. She's only had a 7th and 8th before that, as we look at Furtado. Pushing the pace, Seidel on her wheel. They're just losing, I think that's Pezzo just behind Seidel. Furtado's obviously trying to break this little group up. She doesn't want any other riders around her today. Yes, that is Pezzo riding those synergy wheels. There's Gunrita Dahl going through and Caroline Alexander. Good stuff, Caroline. Looked like she's pushing quite a big gear there. Is that her time trialing experience? I don't know, but looking comfortable with it. As we look at a group of, what is it, 6 riders now? 5 riders, I can't count, sorry about that. That's Pezzo at the back there. That's her Italian teammate, Annabella Stropero. Used to play national football for the Italian women's team. And there's Gunrita Dahl just off of the back of that group. This is exactly what Furtado and I should think Seidel will want. And just as I say it, the riders are back together again. Groups forming on this circuit, designed, as I said earlier, by Mike Kluger and Gerhard Zadrobilek. I wonder why Kluger designed it like this. This course is very reminiscent of the Olympic course they're going to be riding in July. It will suit that type of rider like Kluger. Short power climbs, not very technical. Caroline Alexander goes through in 3rd spot, just has a little bit of difficulty on that corner as this group has been whittled down to 4. And it's Seidel pushing the pace with Volvo Cannondale teammate coming to the front. Annabella Stropero. Just a couple of years ago, she was working in a supermarket. Who would have believed she'd have been at the front of the World Cup standings now? This group look like they're motoring. Furtado out of the saddle. I don't know whether she's having problems. I don't think so. Just taking a breather there. Gunrita Dahl comes through in a lonely 5th place. I'm sure she'd have rather been on the back of those riders, and that's Pezzo. Yes, Pezzo, number 6 going through. And that's Daniela Gassman. Another new rider to the circuit, only been racing for a couple of years. Swiss rider, quite old, 32 years old. like Gunrita Dahl, taken up mountain biking because of a running injury. And the group is still together at the front of the race. Now it's Strapero's turn to take a breather at the back, though. They're only about a kilometre and a half from the finish here. That it looks like, who's this at the front? It's Seidel, and would you believe it, Julie Furtado. I don't think we could have guessed that one, could we? What's happened to Strapero and Caroline Alexandra? Have they fallen off this pace? Furtado must have attacked just later on. There's Strapero. Where's Alexandra? Can't see her. There she is, just coming through, but it's Furtado in the front with Seidel right on her wheel. Is she shaping up for a sprint? I don't know. She must be, though. We can just see the back of Strapero. She's not going to catch those two. They've got 50 metres to go. It looks like Seidel's coming through the win. Oh, my word. 3 wins on the trot for Alison Seidel. Fabulous stuff. Furtado come through in second. Strapero third, and a tired-looking Caroline Alexandra in fourth. Fabulous racing.
It was a tough race for sure. You know, we saw that there's a lot of really strong riders today, and there's a small group that stayed together, and it was just a matter of riders dropping off the back, and then it really came down to right at the end. Really, the last 10 minutes of the race were very crucial today, and you know, basically came down to a sprint. So, fortunately, that's something that I've had success in. So.
There you have confirmation of the result. Alison Seidel first by 2 seconds from Furtado, with Strapero another second back and Caroline Alexandra only 10 seconds back. I think that must be the first time in a mountain bike race we've had 4 riders within 10 seconds of each other. Unfortunately for us, though, Deb Moreau and Caroline and Louise Robinson didn't finish, the other British riders. Now, what are we looking at here? I bet you're asking yourself, well, this is the German team staying in a monastery just outside of St. Wendel. There's Mike Kluger there, designer of the course.
Vorbereitung im Kloster, hast du das schon mal gehabt?
Mike, have you ever prepared in a monastery before? Mike Kluger says no, never. It is the first time. It's a very strange feeling. The more time I spend here, I'm enjoying the relaxed atmosphere. That was your breakfast then, Mike? And he says, oh, it was good, it was good. But when we arrived here, he felt it was quite comical being in the monastery, but it was quite peaceful nonetheless. Now we're going to take a quick look at the course with the man himself, the focus rider, Mike Kluger. Self-sponsored, so he does what he wants. He's had a very good start to the year. It's his best start for a long, long time. Came 7th in Portugal, 6th in Houffalize. What's it going to be today? I bet he's hoping for a win.
Okay,
so Mike says, this is the starting hill. It's a section of the course that is very hard. Very hard to ride. It's very steep as well. And he's hoping there'll be a downhill afterwards so he can catch his breath. This part of the course is one place where the race could be decided. There's a strong climb and a difficult downhill. Says you have to drive really fast and clean and hard to get up the hill from this bridge section. He also says that it requires a lot of braking. You've got to do it better than he did it just then.
Das ist auch nochmal eine der Positionen, die hier schwierig sind, wo man, wenn man gut und sauber rumkommt, Sekunden machen kann. Und zwar geht oben Weg Abfahrt, muss abbremsen, rein, Lichtwechsel natürlich, kein Licht mehr, denn
make sure you come through this section really well.
Und wenn man hier diese Kurve optimal fährt,
the last section you have to jump the bike, but you still need speed to get out of that corner.
Weil es dann auch wieder berghoch geht, wie gesagt, optimal mit einer hohen Geschwindigkeit hier rauskommen.
One of the most technical sections on the course, that, so you can just see it's not that difficult.
gut, das waren jetzt einige.
He says here is another place where the race could be decided.
Da vielleicht nachher im Rennen Bescheid zu wissen, wo wir uns da gerade
very
bewegen.
long and fast.
Jetzt kommt hier nochmal eigentlich die
And the race
Schlussphase,
could come apart at this section.
1,5–2 Kilometer, richtig Highspeed ins Ziel. Und
He
da
says you
wird
have to
sich
give it
zeigen,
all the
wer
power
die
you have
meisten
got.
Nerven hat. Tschüss.
Bye-bye. I think we guessed that, couldn't we? Beautiful scenery at St Vendel. And fabulous weather, of course. And here's the course. It's actually just under 8 kilometres. And there you see minuscule amount of climbing. As we look at the starting grid for the men's race, just like the women's, it's going to be very, very fast. They seem to be designing the courses this way, not like they used to be. I think they're trying to make it so they can string out the riders, make sure there's not too much bunching. But this is the mayor of St Vendel. He says we are very honoured to have the Mountain Bike World Cup here. He's had the opportunity to accommodate over 3,000 people, and the whole population is very happy to host the Mountain Bike World Cup. What will the race be like next? Join me after the break to see who will be the winner.